Greetings and salutations, guys. Welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, welcome. My name is Nicolas Chae. I'm a rising senior in the economics department at Princeton, but today we're going to be talking about the streaming and subscription services that I use on a monthly basis. Now, I was recently scrolling through my bank statements and all of a sudden I was realizing that I was spending a ton of money on a variety of services, some of which that I actually do use, others of which that should definitely be canceled. So today I'm just going to run through the different services that I use as a college student. Now, first off, the direction of this channel is going to be veering a little bit more into personal finance, as I know a lot of you guys have been asking me questions about not only budgeting, but also just how to incorporate smart spending habits into your daily life. Hopefully in these types of videos, I'll be able to provide some insight in the things that I've learned along the way. Now, before this video begins, I will clarify that none of these services that I'm going to mention are sponsoring today's video. These are all plans and services that I personally pay for and actually use, so make sure to take that into consideration when listening to these recommendations. So the first service we're going to be talking about is something that I use on a daily basis, and it's going to be the best investment that I make every single month, and that is going to be the Adobe Creative Cloud. Now, first off, I'm paying $20 a month for the Adobe Creative Cloud student plan, which is honestly a great deal if you think about all the services you're getting. The Creative Cloud allows you access to every single software that Adobe has to offer. For me, on a daily basis, I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro, I'm using Lightroom, Photoshop. Every now and then I will open up After Effects, Illustrator, InDesign. That is honestly just scraping the surface of all the apps that Adobe has to offer. But for $20 a month, this is hands down going to be the best investment for me as a content creator, as a photographer, as a filmmaker. All of these apps are powerful enough to do everything that I need to and are going to be highly worth the investment. And if you're a student, definitely check out that student plan. It's going to save you a ton of money, and it's something that I can't imagine living without. Next up, a service that I'm sure many of you guys are involved in, and that's going to be Spotify. Personally, the debate over Apple Music versus Spotify, I have been a Spotify user for the past like 4 to 5 years now. I don't see myself ever switching just because of the interface and the way you can interact with your friends is something that has a little bit of an edge over Apple Music. For this service, on a family plan for myself, my brother, and other members of our family, we are paying $15 a month. Now, there are a variety of plans that Spotify offers. I highly recommend also checking out their student plan, which is going to be a lot cheaper as well. Next up, this has hands down been one of the streaming services that I've been using the most over the past few months, and that is going to be Netflix. Once again, our family has access to the standard plan, which allows you access on 2 devices for $13 a month. In all honesty, this is not a bad deal at all. However, I am a little bit upset that Netflix hasn't been expanding the types of movies and content that they are able to access, which is why I have been using a VPN to access movies and content in other countries, which I highly recommend checking out if you guys haven't already, to access so much more content. We have a video where we talked about exactly how to do that, which we will link in the description down below. In addition to Netflix, I have been a user of Hulu for a couple months now. At first, it was out of necessity because I had watched everything on Netflix, and I've done the same thing on Hulu now. So in the coming months, I will probably end up canceling this subscription. However, for the base plan with ads included, it cost me around $6 a month. There are also additional add-ons that you can include, such as Showtime, HBO Max, things like that. However, for $6 a month to have access to different types of shows and content is going to be a huge lifesaver. Now, probably one of the most cost-effective services on this entire list is going to be a yearly subscription to Amazon Prime. Now, first off, as a student, you are only required to pay $60 a year, which in all honesty is a great deal if you think about all the shipping costs that it's actually going to cover. Not only do you get access to Prime delivery with 2-day shipping, which is honestly clutch. Anytime I need a product, I am immediately more drawn towards Amazon so that I can have my item delivered really quickly. On some products, you can even get same-day delivery, which is absolutely crazy. In addition to that, you get access to the Prime Music Library, which is all right, it's not the best. And then you also get access to the Prime Video Library, which in all honesty has a few bangers. I've been watching shows like Jack Ryan, Suits is also on there. They also offer some Prime originals, so the Guava Island movie with Childish Gambino and Rihanna, if you haven't watched that, that is available on Prime Video, as well as a couple other blockbuster movies. So for a price of $60 a year on a student plan, in all honesty, it's well worth the investment. It's something that your whole family can use, and if you don't already have Prime, then I definitely recommend checking it out. Next up, if you haven't heard about this, and if you've been watching my videos for a while now, you may notice that I have a pretty unique toothbrush, and this brand is called Quip. The reason I've been drawn towards Quip is that they're actually a subscription service for all your dental needs. So you can adjust your preferences, but for me, every month they will send you a new brush head, a new battery, as well as a new tube of toothpaste. This is honestly a subscription that I signed up for like freshman year of college, and it's something that I just never canceled because it's actually super convenient to have all these supplies just show up on your doorstep every month, and you don't even have to worry about going to the store to ever get new toothpaste. And for $10 a month, it's something that I actually enjoy using. Next up are going to be a few digital assets that I have a subscription on. The first one is going to be from a company called Motion Array. Now, this is going to be the most expensive thing on my list because it actually costs $30 $30 a month. However, Motion Array allows you access to a wide variety of Premiere Pro presets, sound effects, motion graphic templates. I get asked a ton of questions of where I get my motion graphics, and for the majority of them, I am accessing them on Motion Array. Now, although it is $30 a month, anytime I'm looking for a new effect or some type of motion graphic, I know that I can easily access it on Motion Array. So that honestly is something that I will probably continue to pay for. If you are someone who edits pretty consistently, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's something that's going to massively enhance your workflow and take your production quality to another level. The next two things I pay for are going to be from Apple and Google. The first one is going to be Apple storage. So I'm paying about $3 a month to have 100 gigabytes of iCloud storage for my photos, my files, and all my other documents. Rather than having all my storage right on my phone, I'm able to access it all from the cloud. So for $3 a month to get 100 gigabytes of storage is honestly not a bad trade-off. In addition to that, I pay about $6 a month for my Google storage plan, which once again allows me about 100 gigabytes of storage on my Gmail, my Google Drive, and my Google Photos accounts, as well as access to our own G Suite account, which is going to be used for our business email. Honestly, to see like $15 a month just go out of my bank account for storage is kind of annoying, but there's really no better solution. I do enjoy having everything on the cloud and making that readily available, and it's going to be something that's actually cost effective. Now, finally, to wrap up this list, it may be a service that you haven't heard of, but it is particularly unique to photographers, and it's called Pixie Set. This is a $96 a year subscription service. However, it allows you access to a really beautiful looking template and website where you can upload photos for your clients. Then this was a purchase that came out of necessity, as I was doing a lot more senior and family photos throughout high school. I wanted a nice place where clients could access their photos rather than just sending them a Google Drive folder. So Pixie Set allows you to upload your photos, and it presents them all in a really clean looking website where your clients can go and download all their files. So this is going to be something that's well worth the investment if you're a photographer. The only downside of Pixie Set is that they don't allow you a ton of storage. So I've done with my clients is I will offer it for about a month before their photos are removed from that link. So guys, the math will hopefully be listed right along here, and this should be the total amount that I'm paying on a monthly basis as a student. Now, are there things on this list that I could get rid of and be completely fine? Absolutely. However, for the majority of these subscriptions, I do find that they are actually worth the cost given the frequency I use them as well as the utility I gain from their services. If you guys enjoyed this list of my services, make sure to drop a like down below. If you guys want us to talk more about personal finance on this channel, make sure to drop us a comment and leave some video ideas, which we can definitely get to. And as always, let's build. Peace.